Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is the third look that I've uploaded just this week using the Muse palette from Cosmic Brushes. Down in the description box you'll find the other two looks this week, as well as my Cosmic Brushes playlist, as well as my week of playlist if you're interested in seeing more content like this. If you're new here, hello, my name is Rachel and I like to play with colorful eyeshadow. I do upload 3 to 4 videos a week on average. I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go if you want to see more. Alright, today I want to do sort of a smoky, moody halo eye. I think I'm going to, I looked at this palette and figured out the shades that I hadn't used yet. There are, I believe, 4 shadows in here that I haven't touched yet this week, as far as I can recall. Let's just dive in and see how this goes. My eyes are already primed. I use the Glamlight Icing Primer. Everything I'm using is mentioned or linked below in the description box. This is a medium to larger blending brush. I'm taking the shade Willow, and I'm going to put this in my entire crease. I'm sort of winging this look. I do have a plan. I just don't know how it's going to turn out. It might be too dark. It might be imbalanced. I don't know. It's fun to play, and worst comes to worst, I can just take it off. It's only makeup. I've been looking at a lot of the new releases on the market right now, and I kind of want to do another eye or buy it video, which is where I talk about recent releases and whether or not I might like to purchase them at some point. Most of the time it is a pass and I simply eye it, because I am on a constant low or no buy, but sometimes something really catches my eye and I file it away. You know, I make a note of it for later, at a different time, different place, different bank account. I wiped off this blending brush and now I'm just buffing out this color a little bit. Sorry about the shadow. I have light coming in from a window right there. I mentioned in a previous video that my husband has started his school schedule, you know, the next semester, and we're having a bit of a scheduling conflict because his study time is early morning and late at night, honestly, but I'm usually up early morning and that's when I film before the children wake up. I'm sorry, this shadow is driving me crazy. I'm gonna pivot. Hopefully this is a little bit better for you guys. There's not much I can do. There's a window and the sun. Anyway, his study schedule is now interfering. It's overlapping my ideal filming time, and that's making filming a little bit more difficult because I'm trying to work it among the girls' nap schedules, but I now have a toddler who has 1 nap a day and a baby who has solid 2 naps a day, and it's usually morning, afternoon, whereas the toddler goes down right after lunch, so they're staggered. Now with the smaller brush, this is a Blend Bunny before. I'm grabbing Fig, and I'm going to do a halo eye, so I'm placing Fig at my inner and outer corners. Anyway, I love to film. This is a great, fun, satisfying, and fulfilling hobby for me, but it's just a little bit difficult lately to get a reliable time of day to film because I'm working around my husband's study schedule and I want to support him and not be a distraction. And I'm working around my children and their nap schedules and also school because I'm homeschooling mom. Was there any product on that brush? No, there we go. I'm homeschooling mom. My oldest is in 6th grade now, so sometimes she needs help with school. And if I try to film when the kids are awake, then she's helpful in keeping them happy and occupied elsewhere. But that's not really what should be her priority either. I mean, end of the day, it is a hobby. So I'm doing my best. I am going to try to get 4 looks with the Muse palette for you guys this week. This is the 3rd, and I don't think it will be a problem for me to get a 4th look because I took last week off. So I've had time to build up my filming queue, my video queue a little bit. I want to be a week ahead of myself. That gives me a little bit of flexibility. Right now I have 3 videos for the week that you're about to see as of when I'm filming, and I have 3 videos in Muse. This is the 3rd, which means that next week, because it's fully stocked with videos, I can start filming the 4th look for Muse and then the following week. But all of that's rather a moot point given that you're watching the week of Muse now. I'm also taking Fig on that same brush, and I'm going to run that on my whole lower lash line. I've seen some people, and I've tried it in a few previous videos, where people use a larger blending brush to lay down color on the lower lash line. I haven't decided if I like doing that. I like the idea of it diffusing in theory. I'm not sure how I like it in practice. And also, because I have hooded eyes, smaller brushes are just better for the precision that they offer in a restricted space. Now that's less pertinent on the lower lash line, but it's just a technique that I've been trying. You know, you try different things, see what you like. So this is not a larger blending brush to buff out the lower lash line. Sorry if my mirror is in your way. I don't have my contacts in, so I have to be really close to see. And that's usually not a problem for like the larger color blocking of the lid space, but when it comes to the lower lash line, I don't actually want to poke myself in the eye. Okay, now I'm going to take a flat brush and go into the Spotlight color. This is the shade Ambient. I'm going to load up the brush and then I'll spray it. This is a color which almost ruined a previous look because it was darker than I was expecting. That could have been my fault, but it's a great color. I just wanted to find a way to use it in a way that I preferred. So I'm going to lay Ambient down on the center of my lid space. Here you can see that it's a naked skin area, and I'm laying this down. It's obviously not much color contrast, but I specifically did not want much color contrast for today's look. I wanted it to be a smoky halo eye, so that's what we're getting. And because I have this hood, I'm also angling my brush so it goes up a little bit and touching on top of that skin overlap. Now that I've got Ambient laid down pretty well, I'm going back into the small blending brush that I used for Fig. I'm tapping lightly into the Fig shadow and just hitting the edges where the Fig matte meets the Ambient shimmer. I want to work them together a little bit more, not much. And I don't really want to bring in a lot more depth. I'm just working the formulas together a bit more gently. Okay, so here's where we are with just those more mauvey sorts of tones. Now I'm trying to think of what to do to brighten it a little bit. I think the obvious choice would be to take Luster and tap it on top, but I'm looking at my palette, seeing if there's something else I might want to bring in instead. Okay, there are 3 shimmers that I'm considering. Here's the shade Luster. Here's the shade Muse. And then here's the shade Antique. So I'm thinking of popping any of these on top, right in the middle, just to accentuate the halo a little bit more. Oh, they're all so pretty. Okay, I think Antique brings in too much pink, so that one's out. Muse is beautiful. Look at that peachy shimmer. Oh, that's so pretty. But I don't think it's what I want. So Luster, my original thought, I'm going to tap it right on top. And that brought out the Spotlight a little bit more, not a ton. And not so much that it brought in the other colors that the other shimmers were offering. It didn't bring in a lot of pink. It didn't bring in a lot of peach or fiery sort of colors. It just brought in lightness, like a little bit of extra lightness with a hint of, I don't know. On top of this mauvey shimmer, it kind of looks like it has a hint of green. There might be some green in there depending on what you pair it with. I think that's pretty. I'm also taking Luster on a very, very small brush, and I'm going to pop this at my inner corner just a little bit. I really like the Cosmic Brushes multi-chromes and the Udenzai multi-chromes. Those are the brands I prefer when it comes to multi-chromes because they are still dynamic and dimensional, but also very lightweight and very sparkly. They're not heavy or thick. I'm gonna go off camera and I will be right back. All right, here we are. Let me tell you what I did to finish off this look. In my waterline, I used white. I did do a winged eyeliner in the outer corner, but I didn't put an eyeliner anywhere else. I'm wearing mascara, and that's it for the eye look. For my face, I put on a little bit of blush. This is ColourPop's Super Shock Cheek in the shade No Vacancy, and I have a highlighter from BH Cosmetics Frosé palette. And then on my lips, I'm wearing a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Devil's Food Cake. Here's the whole look, and as you saw in my little quick edit there, I made a mistake with the shadows that I put in the center of my lid. I accidentally put down the Antique shade instead of the Luster shade. So anyway, I corrected it all. It's done. It's fine. And I do think it's really pretty. This is exactly what I was going for. More of a soft, definitely still smoky and dramatic, but more muted colors. Nothing too vibrant or bright. I hope you will like it. Let me know in the comments below. This is the 3rd look this week, so tell me which one you've been enjoying the most. And again, I hope to have one more look this week using the Muse palette. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content, and I'll see you again very soon in my next video. Bye!